Hello everybody. It's June 6th, 2026. Sitting in this room, because this room is where the fans are, and I've got them on. So if you are sound sensitive, you may want to skip this particular story time. I'm going to go ahead and use some cards that I haven't used in a while. See what kind of comes up. Got Toby with us. Planetary circumstance for humanity. What is happening on the planet for humanity and those who had considered themselves conquerors of the sun, the inner soul, S-O-L, of the people. So whatever species it is, it's masquerading as human. Some hybrid, whatever. They're losing their status because humanity was able to break through and bring the truth of the matter to the celestials. We are not a failing species. Alrighty then, so let's see what's happening in the world. In the central energy. Somebody's in a nightmare. Challenge. Judgment. They're under judgment for the conflict. Hey now, boy. In the subconscious, Seven of Cups, fantasy, illusions. In the recent past, it's over. Something is over. Intentions and expectations. Temperance. Endings and beginnings. Temperance. They gotta let go of the Earth Angels in the near future. Empress. The lens is being looked through. environment. Abandonment. Somebody's got to go find a new path. They had abandoned the Empress Earth Angel and then went to war with this person, messing around. It looks like it's going to happen to them now. Hopes and fears. Loneliness, isolation. The lights are going out. Outgoing energy. Rock bottom, betrayal. What they did to this Empress is going to befall them. Utter defeat. I'm going to use this deck today also. Nine of Swords, nightmare. Somebody can't sleep. They're under judgment. Earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're under judgment for the conflict that they brought to Divine Feminine, to the Empress, and it's all going back on them. Whatever they did to her is coming back on them. Fantasy, illusions, delusions. Just a few more months. Just a few more months. These guys were talking about something about 6 months last night. They were talking. Man, they kept me up till after 3, I think. Crazy locos. There is a sense of urgency. They need a new temple. They need a new title. They need a new authority. They want an identity thief. The Empress. In the recent past, we've got death. They gotta let go of the Temperance Angel. Yeah, death of a narcissist. For what they've been doing to the Temperance Angel. It could have been that this is bringing temperance. This is bringing balance, eliminating this narcissist that has been going to war with Divine Feminine. It's going to restore balance and safety for the mothers and the children. They won't be getting trained by this narcissist to go behave in this manner. Death of a narcissist, intentions, expectations. The Temperance Angel is moving, being moved at a distance. The near future, we've got the Empress. Love spell. Somebody's doing a love spell on the Empress. Somebody's in love with the Empress. Somebody's in love. Mercury retrograde. So all of the love spells that people have been doing on this Empress are backfiring. Somebody's afraid. Intimacy. So somebody might, I don't know, somebody might be doing a love spell on the Empress. The Empress, it says love spell, you've been bewitched. Oh no, the Empress has been bewitched. Or we'll get more clarification. We got the Moon and intimacy. A deception and intimacy. Somebody may be trying to do a love spell. Eight of Cups. Failed attempt. Eight of Cups, disappointment. Everything in divine timing. Isolation, the Hermit. The lights going out. They're alone. They can't research or look into a wedding. Ten of Swords. Utter defeat. Betrayal. And bad health. Loss of health. Rock bottom. These fellas and gals, they're losing their health. They're in bad health for betraying the Empress. Caution. So use caution. Somebody needs to use caution. Something is ending and something is beginning, so be careful. Those who gambled you and lost you are trying to get you to open your heart to a commitment. You're letting go of a water sign, or you did. It looks like whatever this new beginning is protected. Yeah. But somebody still wants to spy. I'm going to use this deck. Nine of Swords, nightmare. Somebody can't sleep. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Impatience. They may be rushing into action without thinking things through. They're challenged because they're under judgment for fighting, for conflict, for abuse. And we've got Mercury retrograde. It's all coming back on them. So Mercury retrograde, they're under judgment, they've been defeated, or they're under judgment for this abuse. Those who collaborated with this person, everything that they did to you is going back to them, and they're going to transition. People are transitioning. Those who worked with this person are transitioning out. They're being released. It was a fantasy. We've got patience, enterprise. So they're impatient and they're thinking about your patience, your enterprise. Man, we got death and narcissist. We're letting go of the narcissist. We're letting go of, a narcissist may have passed over. It's the end of the cycle. Sharing space with the narcissist. They had the opportunity to dwell among divinity, and they decided to go ahead and do what they did. They're going to experience scarcity. Those that are too full of themselves will experience scarcity. Unexpected expenses or losses. And limited resources. The Temperance Angel is going a distance. With their partner. It could be like physical realm moving, or it could be timeline, dimensional spaces. Restless. You might be restless. You might be ignoring your need for rest, pushing forward despite exhaustion. You're going the distance. So we got Empress and the love spell. Sovereignty. You are reclaiming your personal power as you overcome dependencies and toxic behaviors. So the Empress, who perhaps I don't know, love spell, sovereignty. The moon and intimacy. Illusion. Whatever this is, it's an illusion. Somebody might be afraid of intimacy. It's an illusion. Somebody might be trying to cast the illusion that this intimate thing right here is an illusion. We've got illusion. We've got intimacy surrounded by illusion with this love spell business. So the Empress could be dealing with this love spell business, claiming her sovereignty. Deception, intimacy, illusion. Subconscious, distortion, dream lovers, masturbation. These people were in the mind of sovereign beings, and they were doing love spells, and they were knifing people in their dream state, and they were filing false contracts on people, and then death certificates and insurance claims. These people were whacked, man. What they were doing to us is heinous and so freaking bad. Eight of Cups. Yeah, so the Empress could have gotten creative during this love spell, whatever she's claiming her sovereignty. The environment. We got Eight of Cups. Somebody's disappointed. They got to go find a new path. They failed. They failed. So we got give it time. Somebody's disappointed because they failed regarding to get an intimate encounter with this love spell, because there's the moon, illusion. Like, it's very obvious. The Empress can see that this love spell, in trying to gain this intimate encounter, it's surrounded by illusion. This love spell. So in the environment, they're disappointed. It failed. Everything in divine timing. We're letting things flow and just seeking inner guidance. And then we've got partnership, traditional partnership. Mutual respect and shared values form the foundation of a harmonious union. Hopes and fears. So somebody's afraid, they lost their way. We got the Hermit. The lights are going out for them on this new beginning. They failed. Empress has claimed her sovereignty. This devious illusion cast with all of these love spells, all this magic that she's been having to deal with. She's a sovereign being. She's claiming it. It's like, are you kidding? So it could be that all those love spells are backfiring on everybody now, and now they're all in love with her. Who knows? The Hermit in the reverse. They cannot spy on the honeymoon of somebody's wedding. The honeymoon celebration. So there's a traditional partnership here, marriage, and then we've got they cannot spy or do any research on the honeymoon, on the marriage celebration. Lights out for them. So the outgoing energy is they're in a 10 of Swords and bad health. We've got excitement. There could be excitement in the air. You're at the start of a creative or spiritual adventure. New beginnings. You're free of this scenario. Those people who were unmotivated to do the work are experiencing some bad luck for being weak and misaligned. They could be feeling weak. They're out of alignment, feeling insecure because you were innocent. You were happy and innocent, and they tried to destroy you. They're sorrowful and in regret because you're bringing forth new ideas. Truths are being revealed regarding these arrogant people, and they're having anxiety because they're at a stalemate. There's nothing else they can do. It's like checkmate. It's like they've been blocked, and they cannot complete their whatever they got going on here. They've been blocked from a life of luxury because there's clarity regarding their abuse of power, regarding the nurturer, the mother. You were able to distinguish fantasy from reality, and you gained the power to make realistic choices regarding the history and the sacrifices that have been happening here. Yeah. There's no more sacrifices. Well, that said, we're at a standstill. But right here, we've got gaining momentum. So no more sacrifices for the Temperance Angel or Empress. But this narcissist and their whole clan or whatever, they're all going down. Because harmony is being restored. And they're heartbroken because they don't have the moderator, they don't have the intercessor, they don't have anybody to balance their shit up. They don't have anybody to transfer this death onto. Oh. You're getting, those who remained balanced and gained wisdom on that are getting new love. While the manipulator is defeated. You defeated the manipulator and you are victorious. There's excitement in the air. This is nearly over. Already been. So, the other, now, I'll do that last. I'm going to use this deck. So somebody's in a nightmare, 9 of Swords, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's impatience here. They may be rushing into some kind of an action. Or maybe they're impatient with the way that things are going. We got health. They're under judgment for the conflict and everything that they did. Everybody who collaborated with them against this Empress is going back on them. There's a transition, a release of the greedy. Seven of Cups, fantasy, illusions. They're thinking about patience and just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. There's a new enterprise, a safe space. So just a few more months. Whatever we got going on here, it's becoming a safe space. These nasty narcissists who've been violating everybody, they're getting evicted out. They're transferring everybody out, and it requires this death and this sacrifice. So, because they had wrapped intimacy, like sacred union, with illusions and betrayal, fear, anxiety, this infidelity, slander, belittling, mental abuse. So we're creating a safe space here for love. And there's death to the narcissist who brought everybody scarcity. They're going to be experiencing that. There's no more entertainment. They will not be using the Temperance Angels or the Earth Angels to entertain themselves. We're not entertained. The Temperance Angel is moving on at a distance. We've got restlessness. Sabotage. Somebody's working deliberately to undermine your efforts, Empress. Here in the near future, we've got the Empress, love spell, and we've got her claiming her sovereignty. Somebody wants to do a love spell on a sovereign being who has reclaimed their sovereignty. They know that she's a magistrate. This is the magistrate. The universe is in charge. She is the magistrate. This narcissist and all these nasty ass jacks are leading planet. However, they want to snatch this woman up and then transfer themselves into it. Her vessel. She's not envious of anybody. She's a sovereign being. Very empathic. The moon is here regarding intimacy and illusion. So intimacy, illusion, secret. Eight of Cups, disappointment. Give it time. Solitude, and to stay alone. Give it time. Remain alone. In time, we've got traditional partnership. Approaching friendly. The Hermit is in the reverse. They're not able to do any research or to see the honeymoon celebration. We've got uninterested. Yeah, we're uninterested in dealing with those guys. Ten of Swords, rock bottom, bad health, and we've got excitement. Check in. So, the word through the grapevine, people are saying through the grapevine that somebody's making plans to date this Empress. Yeah, their true intentions are hidden. They're very dishonest. This person who is an advisor of some sort wants to reconnect, or they want to reconnect with this advisor. Somebody who gave unsolicited advice in the past wants to reconnect with the Empress. She could be laughing in the future, honesty in the future. And we've got something here. It came out like this, and when I flipped it over, it was unfriendly, hostile, apology. So somebody is offering an apology, but they're actually very unfriendly and hostile. They want you to welcome them to work with you, to collaborate with you, so because they're obligated to bring revenge to you. Be careful of anybody trying to collaborate with you right now. Yeah, they're looking. They want a small favor. They've heard about your great news. They want a gift. Maybe they're sorry for what they used your gift for, or for what they did to your gifts, and you're saying goodbye. You're traveling out of here. You're out of here. And they need a big favor. They're desperate. But you've grown through this gaslighter and gaslighting of love. These people were bragging. These people that you offered to collaborate with, they were bragging about hurting you. And now they're trying to come back in with this love spell and gain access to your sovereignty, your non-envy, and your empathy. They're trying to gain entry into your energy. They're probably trying to get you to masturbate or something in the middle of the night so that they can pretend they had an encounter. It seems to be the way these sleazeballs do it. Alrighty then. This is going to be the final deck. I'm pulling this one right here. Alrighty then. Somebody's in a nightmare. Can't sleep. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're very impatient. There could be something going on with their health. They want to take part in your health journey. What do they want to do about your health? What's this with the health and this person that's in a nightmare? They want to disrupt your health. They're impatient because you are healthy. Transition. So they're getting impatient. Their health, they're having troubles with their health. They're transitioning. They're transitioning. So we got death for the narcissist in the recent past. In the central energy, we've got nightmare, anxiety, impatience, health, and transition. Number 5. Yeah, they're not feeling like themselves. They're going in a cocoon. They're undergoing a transition. They're being transformed. Becoming something else. It's talking about DNA changes. They're challenged because they're under judgment for fighting with this divine feminine, abusing for greed, for material gain. Those people who collaborated with such an effort are receiving what they have done and intended for this person. They're transitioning out. Look, we've got impatience, their health is failing, and they're transitioning. In the challenge position, everything that they did in this conflict is going back on them. These greedy people who collaborated to destroy divine feminine are transitioning. In the subconscious, we've got the 7 of Cups. illusions, fantasy. Just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. We've got an enterprise. The master, making wise investments, turning plans into profit, making this a safe space. This is the King of Pentacles. So just a few more months, he's clearing this nasty business out. I speak in the singular, but there are many, okay? Retract. Number 15. Now is the moment to withdraw, to protect. Somebody needs to lay low and observe. There's planning for the next move. Creating a gentle environment for spirit, heart, mind, and body. Going deep into the woods of the psyche. Finding the right answer and trusting it. Letting yourself off the hook. So yeah, these people are transitioning. They're being retracted. Retracted. So retracted, Daniel. It could be retract. Whatever contract they had is being retracted. They're done. The collaboration with these people, the contract has been taken back because they are greedy. So the contract that they had has been voided, and there's new contracts being made. And these entities are looking for a body, a container, housing a very powerful magistrate, and they want to get in it. Beware of happy toxins. Number 16. Yeah, so we're making it a safe space. So these happy toxins, sometimes when you see red delicious berries, it could be too good to be true. Like they could be poisonous. So the illusions are here. It was a fantasy. Be patient. We've got a few more months. There's a whole enterprise, meaning it's a worldwide effort to make this a safe space and get rid of the toxins, the poisons, the poisonous berries, that which hurts humanity. The happy toxins, those that have a mask on as though they're sweet, kind, and pure, and yet they're going to, as soon as you turn your back or go to close your eyes to take a nap, they're going to get into the astral and stick a knife in you and laugh about it. Like a hyena. Yeah. So there's death to the narcissist. They're, before bringing scarcity, they're going to experience scarcity. There's no more using humanity to entertain themselves. The entertainment business is crashing. Unconditional self-acceptance. Number 26. Yeah, it's time for self-healing. The raven's bright, dark power warns you to get up from the table when love is no longer being served. So you got up from the table, Temperance. The people have shown you who they were and what they chose to do to you. And you full acceptance of yourself when all of these told you that you deserve to have these knives stuck in you are being let go. They had 6,000 years to show you their intention and their truth, and they did. So the Temperance Angel is moving at a distance. These ones are restless because they sabotage themselves. They're trying to sabotage the Empress Temperance Angel. Mind that monkey. Mind that monkey. 27. Oh, they got a monkey mind. They're feeling restless. They sabotage themselves. They're feeling restless. They're having a monkey mind. They want to sabotage the Temperance Angel who's going at a distance or who could be at a distance. I heard last night that somebody's on their way. They want to do a 3D hit. They're not in the United States. They're traveling. The Empress is here with a love spell. She's claiming her sovereignty. She's non-envious. She has empathy. Somebody's doing a love spell. There could have been a numerous amount of love spells done on the Empress, but it's all backfiring. It's all going back. So people could be like falling in love, all messed up in the head. People are bewitched by this Empress now because all their love spells backfired. They sabotage themselves. And we've got remember the bones. These people are from the past. They've been doing this lifetime after lifetime. Remember the bones is number 8. Now is the time to go back to basics. Yeah. The decay of a relationship, dream, or project is pointing you back to the bones. So you're revisiting the structure now to see what went wrong, to perform a review, to gather the bones of what has decayed and sing to them, chant or dance or howl the flesh onto the bones of your dreams. Don't waste a single moment on regret or shame. They'll only slow the regeneration down. Revise your vision, rebuild with confidence, because this time you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. So it's a new beginning. There's no end. There's sovereignty of the Empress, the mother. It looks to me like all those love spells backfired. Everybody's in love with this sovereign woman who has no envy, and she's very empathetic. We're starting over. We've got the moon, deception regarding intimacy. Secret patterns of illusion. You're remembering who you are. And here's your do-over. They abandoned you. They're going to be abandoned. So give it time. Everything in divine timing. You're in solitude. The Hermit is here. You've done some introspection. Your light is on. And these partnerships are coming together. Traditional values. Somebody may be approaching you. And they don't have any intention to harvest you. They're not approaching to harvest. So the Hermit is in the reverse. Nobody can spy or research this new beginning, this honeymoon, this marriage celebration. Homecoming, wedding. You're bringing joyful energy to home and community. We've got uninterested. Yeah, you're uninterested in the shame creature. So anybody who's coming up trying to make you feel bad for moving on, feel bad for surviving the relentless magic that was meant to tear your mind apart, your rainbow covenant apart, your union with the upper celestial apart, man, you're not interested with these people. Those people who want to shame you, those people who want to shame you for having this story of your freaking spiritual battle on your flesh. Those people who want to shame you for wearing particular clothes. Those people who want to shame you for being too much in your masculine energy after being left alone for lifetimes. Those people who just want to shame you for having a big belly, for being too old, for what the hell ever, man. It's bad. But there's no end to it, for sure. People will pick anything. If you don't drink regular water, if you drink flavored water, they're going to get on your ass about how it's going to ruin your kidneys. Somebody always has something to pick at. And you're uninterested. It's like, just go away, man. You don't need anybody pushing in on you when you're not pushing in on them. It's like this channel. Why do people feel the need to come to my channel to complain about the story? Why? Why waste your time? You don't like it? Go away. Find something else to spend your energy on. You know? Be an adult. Be mature. Manage your energy well. Do something positive with it. Don't go to places that irritate you. Somebody's in a Ten of Swords. They are hitting rock bottom. Their health is in the South Node. They're getting bad health. And we've got check-in and excitement. Light the candle of grace. So this narcissist, there's death to the narcissist who has been bringing scarcity, and fighting with divinity. They had the opportunity to dwell among divinity, the women and the children, and they did, and they completely, and the men too, okay? I know, because the men, the human men are not what these narcissists are. They're not the same. So there's excitement, like the candle of grace, and check in. So it's like as soon as these ones are released, they're hitting rock bottom. Their health is under. There's death here. There's transition times 2. Beware the happy toxins. Don't eat the poison. It might behoove you not to drink right now. It could be patient, because the illusions and the fantasies and those who created them had you swallowing the pill, the blue pill, the red pill, the purple pill, whatever pill. Yeah, so there's an enterprise to make this a safe space and to eliminate the happy toxins, those things which will open the gate or release your control over your mind, your consciousness, your council house. This is your communication device, celestial divinity communicator, transmitter, receiver, right? So happy toxins fuck this up, and then the principality, the narcissist, can just walk right into that gate and then use you as a bridge to the celestial space, and then wear your identity and start messing people up. These happy toxins aren't good. The alcohol, the mind-altering drugs like that meth and cocaine and these synthetic, heroin, fentanyl, whatever the hell, that which is not natural, that which does not grow natural. So there's excitement. You're checking in. You're lighting the candle of grace, ease and grace, ease and grace. As they're checking out, you're checking in. Honor your body as friend. And you might invite your monster to tea. They're not here to harvest you. So this could be your protector coming in for a traditional partnership. It's very friendly. It's not about harvest. It's about having a friend, having some tea, remembering your wooby, your friend. So this is a friend. Alright everybody, well I'm going to go ahead and leave that one here. This is the message. So there's death of the narcissist. And I don't really like to call him narcissist at all. I like to call him the personality of the principality. Because the principality, it doesn't matter what body they're in, they have the personality of a narcissist, misogynist, because that's who the principality is. Whatever species that is, those are its character traits. So, and it hides in containers. So people may or may not have them. One of the symptoms of these things is it will do a great deal for you. Like it'll fix your gutter, it'll fix your toilet, it'll fix your gate. It'll do something real nice, and then it'll start picking at you about drinking flavored water, about boiling the hot dog on too high of a heat. Pick. So that's the narcissist. It will come in and it will do a very nice thing for you, and then they feel that it gives them the right to start pick, poke. So as soon as they do something really nice and then they start poking, you're dealing with a narcissist inside of a container of somebody that you're dealing with. They got a parasite, a mind parasite. So you can't really deal with them as a person anymore, because it's this thing inside of them hiding. looking for a way into the door to spend more time in your energy. So if you've noticed somebody like that in your sphere, you may want to back off for a little while here as they exit out of the realm or exit out of your life or the timeline or whatever this is going on. They're under judgment. Everything they did or did not do is coming back on them. See you on the next one.